Hello, hello, hello. We are back. We are back with another great live stream. It's Matic Mondays, and I am glad to be back with you. And if this is your first time checking me out, checking us out, we talk about all things digital nomad, remote working, transferring your skills, um, or just traveling. We kind of mix all that into one and have some fun. I need to record that. That's a good little tag.
Intro.
Yeah, a good little tag. Wrote it all up into one and have some fun. But if you're returning, we back. We're back. We're back with another great one. We got another little conversation interview. We have Sports and Heels. What's going on,
Hey
co-host?
y'all. Hey y'all. I'm excited this week because it's your girl's birthday week. So I know, right?
Yes.
I'm trying to
Oh
get
yes.
25.
Oh yeah. One more time. It's a birthday. It's a
No, thank
birthday.
you. Thank you.
All righty. Love that. Love that.
So y'all know I usually do my birthday up big. I've taken trips the last couple of years on my birthday, but I'm staying home this year. I've been kind of feeling, I've been away for, this year was my year of longer trips. So I've gone for a month for just about every trip that I've taken this year. So I decided to spend this birthday at home with family, and just be close to home and just be grateful for where I am in my life right now and celebrate just having another good year and kind of plan on what I'm going to do next time. So yeah, I'm excited this week.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, we hope you have a awesome birthday. A lot of
Thank you.
fun, even if you're just chilling and taking it all in. But no longer can we go without saying we have a guest tonight. Um, she is very interesting. First of all, she has name of my daughter. She's been to two places I've been to. Not well, one of them I haven't been to in a while, but two of the places I've been recent that I love: Cartagena and Curacao. Um, we would like to bring to Matic Mondays, Miss Christina. What's going
Woo!
on? Yes, yes.
Welcome,
Oh man,
Christina.
they love you. The people loving you too. Oh, this is awesome. Yes, they're happy to see you. Um, yes, we.
You look beautiful, by the way.
Thank you
Oh
so
yes,
much,
the
I'm
yellow,
digging
beautiful
the
lady.
yellow. I'm digging the earrings. You got
the
the whole
Thank
Amari,
you,
vibe going on.
the Amari.
Cartagena.
Yes, yes. Um,
Gracias.
I saw you. How I find most people on Instagram. They got something that sticks out to me, and I'm like, oh man, that's dope. I'm like, oh man, I'm like this flying dress, and I'm like, I'm used to seeing it in Greece. Some people say Bali, and I'm like, Cartagena, man, that's a win right there. That is a
Yeah.
major win. It's big. Cartagena is really big. It's blowing up. A lot of people, a lot of tourists are coming.
Yes,
So, yeah, you're right on time. God threw you a bone on that one. Now, he threw you a bone on
Christina.
that.
Exactly.
Yes. So tell the people about yourself, and you also have another little joint. Another venture as well that you dabble in. So
Absolutely.
tell
Absolutely.
people about everything.
All right. So I want to just give you a little bit of background about me. So I'm actually originally born in Fort Pierce, Florida. I'm a mother of 6 children. I've been married for right at 30 years, coming up really, really soon. And so basically, I had all of my children, I believe, by the age of 26, 27. And so I never really got to do anything I wanted to do. Right. So I said, whenever I get that opportunity, they all get to be adults, I'm just going to go live my life. Right. So initially, when I set out here to Colombia, I came on a vacation. I came out here, I saw some things that I just could not live without. Um, there was some things I could not live without. So I tried to explain that to my family. I was definitely met with resistance from everybody. So it was very difficult because I'd always been that mom who would give everything for everybody, even if it meant I got to take my fingernails off and give them to you. Um, but just the peace that I found out here was it was like no other. I had never had that. And so I set off here to Colombia and said, I looked around, I said, what do the people need out here? If I were the people coming here on a consistent basis, what would I need? Do we need another delirium? I'm not knocking delirium, but I'm just saying, what is it? Right?
Tell people what delirium is. What is delirium for those of us who don't know?
No, we don't need another delirium. It's a family show. It's a family show.
Yeah. So it's a nightclub. It's a nightclub. So I just said, we need something that people will come, right? I knew that if I could get something out here for the women always take group trips and, this kind of trip, that kind of trip. Don't get me wrong, the guys take trips also, but the women, we're always about what kind of pictures we can get. What is it that we can do? Yeah. So I knew that in Santorini and Dubai and all these places, they did these dress things, but I did not like the prices. I don't want to go on vacation and pay $1,000 for a photo shoot just to say I captured a look. So that's why I priced it at what I priced it at, which is really reasonable. It's under $200 because I felt like that would attract more people in, more women in, and it would kind of capture that beauty for women who can't go to Dubai and afford the dress shoot, but you can definitely get the Cartagena short flight from Atlanta, short flight from Florida, and you can have your flying dress shoot. And we've got some beautiful backdrops as well. So really, that's what I kind of did. I came out and looked around and just said, what do the people need? What is it that the people need out here? And so what I did is I actually opened up the first flying dress boutique in Central City in Paseo La Moneda. So I'm a 5-minute walk from Torre Reloj, which is a clock tower, as most people know. And so I have a 2-story, kind of like building. I said, what is it that I can put on that second floor? So I have a children's photography studio that's upstairs on the second floor. So wow. My first floor gives me American currency. My second floor gives me the local currency. So if one of them goes down, I'm still safe because I'm living between both currencies.
That's very smart.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we are very booked. In fact, we've got like 9 women coming in next week. I'm very excited about that. At one time, I've got a great staff and team out here. The brick and mortar is gorgeous. I'll have to kind of maybe just, send you guys some photos or something, or video or something, but the brick and mortar is beautiful. I have it decorated just Florida style, hot pink, green. I like flamingos, so I did hot pink and green. But we're definitely the first, flying dress boutique. Not that we've done it before. I pay homage to everybody who tried to do this business before without the exposure. But the thing is with exposure is you got to get out there and you got to pound the pavement. You got to get out there and knock on doors, even if you don't speak the language. Get out there and knock on those doors. Talk to people. Go to events. Recently, we were in the parade. I don't know if you saw that, but recently we were in the parade. That was a lot of work. It was like 11 o'clock in the morning, like 8 or 9 at night. But nevertheless, people know who I am. We were interviewed by the news, photos everywhere. Like we were just tagging everything. So really, it wasn't like a pay thing. It was just getting notoriety, getting noticed, letting people know you're here, letting people know that the person that, as I always tell my friends, the person that dropped out of school with 3 months to graduate with GED, you can do this with the 6 kids. You can absolutely do this. And so that is what I did. Like I said, when I came out, I had to fight everybody. But I was determined to stay out here because they were like, I can't believe you're going to Colombia. I can't believe you're doing this. Don't you want to stay in your big house? I have a really big house in Atlanta, saltwater pool, pizza oven, you name it, a volleyball court. Don't you want to stay out here in your big home? Don't you want to ride in your Cadillac? You know what? All that stuff is material. When I leave here, all that stuff goes to somebody else. It goes to somebody else. But the peace that I have, I can leave this earth now and be okay with the peace that I have. I'm happy every day I wake up with this business. I'm just happy every day. And I know that your happiness sometimes pisses people off. But this was something I absolutely had to do for myself, and I had to push through. Of course, This year is better, but that first year, it was extremely difficult. A lot of nights up crying, saying, are you sure? Is this worth it? You're breaking up your family. Your kids are not talking to you. Your husband is not talking to you. But, it was just something I had to do within me because I had never did anything within me ever, other than have kids and bring them and take care of them. So it was just something I absolutely had to do. And so I came up with the idea for the flying dresses, for flying dress Curacao, flying dress, of course, Colombia, and then of course where I'm from, flying dress Treasure Coast. And then I got with Letitia and we introduced the flying dress Santa Marta. So we are always the flying dress. As I tell people, put some respect on our name. We are the flying dress Cartagena, the flying dress Santa Marta. So, we're not the first people to do this here. I saw, a couple of little ladies, that did it, a few times. Respect them, homage. Hope we can all work together in the future. But at this time, I'm very aggressive at what I do. I started out in timeshares in Orlando, so I'm very aggressive with marketing. I know I may not have that aggressive look, but I'm very aggressive with marketing. I'm not cocky, but I'm aggressive with marketing because marketing is key. Marketing is definitely key. So
let's go back to the beginning. Once you made the decision after visiting Colombia, how long was it before you left the States to go to Colombia and make that your home?
Okay. So I came here in July, went back in August, like that second week in November, I was back here.
No, I know that's right. Sometimes you got to go for what you know. We talk about it here all the time. Like, you see an opportunity, you see a time, you see a place where you can fit it in. By any means necessary, you're going to make it work if it's something that you really want to work. And sometimes it just takes opening your eyes and stepping out on faith. We talk about that all the time.
It did. I mean, I'm really out here on faith even now. There were days up until, opening the boutique that I would sit out here and say, what are you doing? Are you sure? What are you doing? Why are you doing this? You make six figures in Atlanta and you're here now living off the land. If you get a deal, you get a deal. If not, you get your referral from your teams versus me being all in it. I used to work 7 days a week, from 9 o'clock in the morning to like 9 at night, 7 days a week. Well, I had all the money. I could take all the trips. I could do all that stuff, but I wasn't at peace. I simply was not at peace with the money, the Cadillac, the Escalade, all of that. I was not at peace. All the parties we would have, I just wasn't at peace. And,
So what did you do in Atlanta as a career, before you opened your business here in South America?
Okay, so I still do real estate there. I'm a real estate broker there. So now I kind of run a small team, and I do all the referrals. I kind of just send the referrals out to them. They're pretty good at what they do, so I don't have to manage them. That was my biggest thing. I don't want to have to be managing folks. You can call me, we can talk, we can do this, but I don't want to have to be managing folks. So at that point, I decided I was going to be, Christina Williams Global, branch over into Curacao, which, over at Remax, their, commercial department. So I decided I was going to do that. And then, of course, I have different referral agents in Africa and things like that. I have a relocation program if you want to move out of the country, consultations you can do with me to ask me questions and things like that. So I still very much do real estate. Even out here, I make referrals because you don't really need a license in Colombia, but I have a lady that I work with out here that I trust, and I refer everybody who wants, Colombian real estate to her, and still, able to make some money off of it as well. So
how were you able to find your brick and mortar?
I kept looking and going to stock this one building until something opened. I would sit out there, and I got photos of me just sitting in the window like this, and I was just like, you know what? I'm going to get there. They're going to give me this building. I'm going to pull out my Google Translate and talk to them, and they're going to give me this building. So what I had to do is, I had the owner I'm renting from is very conservative. So I'm going to be real honest. What she told me, she said, I don't mind you being black and renting my building, but you're not going to be Venezuelan.
Ooh.
I said, okay, no problem. No problem. Okay. That was different, but I said, okay, that's her preference. It's her preference. So, I learned that there were certain people that, in Colombia, people are just kind of ostracized. That's okay. It happens all around the world. So I had to do 3 interviews with her. And wow. I did one interview with her attorney in order to make sure that I was a good fit for her building. She'd had some kind of bad experience, and she wanted to make sure I was a good fit for her building. The interview process took 2.5 months. 2.5 months. Even now, when she comes to the store, she doesn't recognize me because I had to dress up really nice, arms, so I had to really like put on the Ritz to show her that I am respectable. I'm in your building. I will do what you ask. But I kept looking for a building. I kept looking for a building. I kept looking for a building, and I kept looking. Finally, this was the building that popped out, and I would go there every day, and I would sit in the window and take photos. And I wrote on a piece of paper how I was going to design the building. Still got it.
Wow.
So, you know, yeah,
That's definitely a
absolutely.
testament. If it's for you, it's for you. It will happen the way it's supposed to happen. If it's meant to be, if it's meant to be yours.
Yeah,
And I'm
absolutely.
showing your Instagram here. If you definitely want to follow Christina, is her Instagram is Christina Williams Global.
Yes.
Yes. So this is a real estate page. And here you can go and find her other links to her flying dress, which that will bring you to let me share that screen. Present share screen. Great website, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, let me. Her flying dress Cartagena, where she has a rate, has a little bit.
That's
of
not my
back-
website.
Huh? That's not it.
The flying dress Cartagena.
Yes.
Oh. Let me. Sorry
That's okay.
about that.
You're good. Yeah, like once I started popping up, people started kind of like, yeah, which is good. Competition is good. Competition is good.
Yes, it is. It is.
Yeah,
The flying dress Cartagena. Beautiful website here. A lot of pictures and prices here. So
Absolutely.
definitely look into it. I saw this on your other page. I thought that was really nice too.
Very nice. I designed that dress. I designed the Pride dress. I also designed the Cartagena dress. So I'm very innovative in what I do. And this dress has been the most popular dress that is rented. The most popular dress that's rented. So we are the first and original to design this dress. I don't know why nobody thought of it before. But again, marketing is key. Marketing is definitely key. I mean, because Cartagena, they're a very proud people. So they're always walking around in their colors anyway. So to me, it was a no-brainer. To me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, definitely.
When did you get your first client?
So my first client was in, I'm going to say February of 2023. February of 2023. Because I launched it in January.
Oh, you launched January this year?
Yeah. I was here.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. I was here. And so now we kind of stay booked out at least 2 a week. You know what I mean? Which is good, which is good because it does take a little lot of work. Like I've got bookings all the way now through February right now. So it's definitely picking up. We know this is the big season for Cartagena. Coming up in December, January, really Colombia, really, because Santa Marta's picking up as well too. So it's a really busy season, but so I'm definitely, busy, booked, which is good. And I meet a lot of good people along the way. Can you pull up my Instagram as well? Because I've got some good stuff there too, in terms of like the local shoots that I just did, like over the past week or two. There's a couple I'm just like goo gaga about. Just goo gaga about them. Yeah.
While he's pulling that up,
okay.
Was there any special things you had to do other than the interview process and finding a lease as an American to be able to secure a location for your business? Was there any additional paperwork?
Absolutely. So what I had to go do is go to the Chamber of Commerce. They call it the Camero Comercio. So I had to go to the Chamber of Commerce, register my business. That was really it.
Oh.
That was really it. I mean, Yeah, that was really it. There was nothing else to do. You have to make sure you have your NEAT number, NIT, which is a number that they're able to track you on of how much money you're making. This also allowed me to open up a Banco Colombia account. So
Oh,
yeah. So that was really it. That's all all I had to do. I will say this: it's like any other government office. If somebody don't want to work that day, you'll know about it, and so they may make you come back and go do this and come back and do that. I did consult with a local attorney here, like a local one, not one that's charging $200 and $300 an hour, like a local one.
yeah.
Give them some pesos and you're okay. To make sure the paperwork was okay. But that is pretty much it. You've just got to be registered with Camino Comercio, which is the Chamber of Commerce here in Colombia.
Was there a fee or anything associated with that registration?
So the fee is basically how much you want to register your business for. You want to say that you have X amount of revenue, in your business in terms of products and things like that. So my attorney advised me to make sure that I did it pretty low. So I ended up paying 400 pesos.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, 400 pesos. So I did that. And
will you have to pay like a tax or anything at the end of the year, or how does that
once
work?
a year. Yep, once a year. With that NEAT, I have to pay once a year. I have to pay a NEAT once a year. Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
It,
Cool.
it is so inexpensive to start a business.
Exactly.
Versus here.
It really is. And I can tell you what I pay for my rent as well. If y'all want that, I don't know if you want that or not, but I can tell you what I pay. It's under 600.
We want it. 600, under $600, right?
Yeah, it's $580.
Nice.
That's it.
Yeah.
And the utilities run pretty low. So, I mean, it's good. I mean,
you get two.
My utilities run $60 a month. Yeah,
Okay.
Exactly. My utilities are $60. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I love that you have a variety that in your flying dress Instagram, because I had a chance to look at it too that I hadn't seen in other places. So typically it's just one person in the photo. I love that you have incorporated families and girlfriends. So it's not just one person, because a lot of these flying dress places cater to a solo female traveler, which is great, right? We want to have those options, but you don't want to count out those kind of excursions that exclude others from being a participant with you. And you don't want to go to a flying dress photo and you're both having to take your own set of photos, which makes your day really, really long. It's great when you can do a few photos together and do separately, and that it's all in one shoot versus staying for 2 or 3, or if you have a group of 9. Can you imagine a group of 9 women having 9 individual photo shoots? Like, that would be a nightmare. So I love how you show on your Instagram that there's it's so flexible in your options for the flying dress experience.
Absolutely. And so what I also did, that pink that you see, that really pink fluffy, I realized that everyone does not want to do a flying dress photo shoot. So I created that. So basically what I'll do is, like, there are buildings all around town, pink, yellow, purple. I will make the dress for you green or yellow, whatever, and we'll be in front of a building just like you see there with me being in pink with balloons. Because everybody didn't want to fly and dress photo shoot.
Look at you modeling your stuff.
I love it. It's so different. It's so different.
Thank you.
Dope.
Marketing.
Yeah, you're definitely thinking about the people participating. And you've brought in, like I said, you have different kinds of experience. So you've definitely broadened your customer base for those who, especially for those who have so many insecurities about their body type and shape, and you're giving them options to make it more comfortable for them.
Absolutely. Yes. And I do that. I make sure if you want your shoulders covered, I have a dress for that. If you want your back covered, I have a dress for that as well. If you want to look snatched, I designed a lipo dress for that. I have done it all. I'm not done yet, though. I mean, because I have a corset, a 2-piece corset, that black and gold where she's standing in front of like the building with the tree. That's a 2-piece corset. That's a black skirt and a gold corset. So I realize it's not for everybody, but at the same time, for the people that it is for, it definitely, it definitely works. So I'm really happy. Yeah, right there. I'm really happy. And like I said,
Yeah,
it's just, yeah, that's dope. That's dope. So
it is.
I have wings. I got wings too. So the wings, you know, we do the wings as well. If you want to be a little angel, I got you on that as well. Um, yeah, right there. And that is Miss San Onfro. She's a beauty pageant contestant, Miss San Onfro. So far I've gotten 2 of those. Miss Team Magdalena, she did the Colombia dress. So people are definitely coming, recognizing, hey, she's here, she's there, she's reasonable, she's friendly, she's open, she's honest, and she's creative, and she's innovative. Like, I mean, like I get those comments. I'm not just, you know, saying that. I do get those comments, and I just tell people, hey, I do what I can to try to, one, be relevant, 2, just, oh yeah, that's team Magdalena.
I like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's our other Colombia dress. Yep.
I love the video. So do you get both picture and video, or you just get picture?
We do picture and video. We absolutely do both. We do both.
Wow. How do you navigate the Curacao? Like, do you have a contact in Curacao that
I have a contact in Curacao. But lately, what we've been doing in Curacao is just renting the dresses, and then people have been finding their own photographers, or they may already have their own photographers. But because I'm priced very well on the dresses, it's easier. Like, a lot of people come out of Atlanta to Curacao. A lot of people do. Yep. Or, you know, if I'm already in Curacao, I'll bring the dresses. It's not a big deal. So, you know, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. That red one there, that's in Curacao.
Baby, with the baby, Adrian, with the baby.
Yes.
Right there.
Yep. I don't leave anybody out.
Right here?
Yeah, don't you see the little girl?
Yeah, I see it right here.
Yeah, click on it. We don't see, so for Adrian, I know you're a guy, so you don't typically look at excursions like this, but for women, we look for excursions that, like I said, include other people. We never see these kind of options when we're looking for things to do when we're traveling. We never see anyone show. If they have the option, they don't show it on their Instagram. This is the first I've seen it.
Yeah, and that was the goal. That was definitely the goal.
Flying dress photos and videos. I've never seen children or families.
Yeah, definitely. And probably the family thing that's in me is because I had so many kids, and I always wanted to incorporate them in certain things. So that's probably where that came from within me. But this little girl here is adorable. She is simply adorable. She does a lot of work for me, and in the studio, in the children's studio. I mean, she's just adorable. Very, very good. She's going to be good in the industry.
So this is what, if you were booking for the children's experience, this is what they would get, is this kind of photo, or how is it different? Other than
I have different backgrounds. I have like Candyland backgrounds. I have Barbie backgrounds. I have all kind of backgrounds for the children to do. They can certainly do this in the open with their parent, just like here. And I do have blind dresses for them. But you know, this little girl, she was adamant about wearing that little dress versus the dress, like, you know. So I said, okay. I said, I don't know how it's going to look on the photo because I want you to match, but we do have a Colombiana, baby blind dress for her as well. But it's just, she's real sassy. So she knew what she wanted. So I just said, fine, you can wear it.
I love the couple ones. The couple ones are.
Yeah.
So ladies, you can bring your man or find one to model for you with you.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's definitely giving family vibes, girlfriend vibes, of course, single traveler vibes for me.
Yeah.
Just come on and enjoy a good time. My clients come from all over, Canada, New York, Denver. They come from all over. So that's really exciting to me that they're coming, for me per se. I created a business, I devised a plan. And, like I said, I don't worry about competition because everybody's like, everybody's doing it now. I'm a real estate agent in Atlanta, Georgia. Do you know how many people got a real estate license in Atlanta, Georgia?
Yeah.
There are a lot. You got to really hustle. You got to really hustle. And the thing is about being out here is that, I'll say this. People think once you leave that, there's no drama. No, just know when you move abroad, there's still things that go on too. You know what I mean? You just have to know that you're in the land of peace that you created and cut out. And you just have to keep on going. But there are
Yeah.
things that go on in business with business owners and things like for example, I've been blocked from one of the groups from posting. That's not a big deal. I'll just post in another group. You know what I mean? Because somebody's friends with that person, but that person wants to do the dresses or doing the dresses. You just have to keep on pushing. You don't move out another country to get here and get soft and weak. You keep pushing. You keep pushing. So be prepared for that in business, because remember, when you set up a business, you're knocking over somebody's elbows. You're not so somebody's not going to be extremely happy that you're here. I mean, I don't care where you go, you know, somebody. So you have to make sure that when you leave, don't get a false sense of security that everybody loves me here, everybody wants me here. They may want you here, but when it comes to money, people get different. People get really different, you know. So I tell people, yeah, money's a hell of a drug. I tell people, just keep pushing. Don't worry about it. You keep going. You keep going, you know. And that's what I've done since 1993. Well, really my whole life, but definitely since 1993. You know, like I dropped out of school, had my son, and had, you know, the rest of the kids, 99, you know, just kept having them, which was great. But it was just, I never got to be a person. And so this was my first time in life living by myself at 47.
Hey. I get it.
So,
I get
yeah.
it. I definitely get it.
Yeah.
And I went to your link tree and found some more stuff here with your real estate, as you mentioned earlier. This is your Georgia MLS site.
Right, that's my Georgia MLS site.
Okay, you focus out of Dallas, Georgia, or Paulding?
In Douglas County, actually, Douglas County. So you know, there's a part of Dallas that's in Douglas County. So
part of Douglasville in Paulding County, right?
Really focus everywhere. I go down to Macon.
Paulding County. It's in Paulding County.
What's in Paulding County?
He was asking if Douglas was in Paulding County.
There are some parts of Paulding that's in Douglas. Like it's right there on that line. There are some parts like 30134, 30135. So there are some parts that are right there at that line. So this is probably, I don't know, pulling from one of my older pages, I guess, maybe probably pulling. We don't really get any control over the Georgia MLS, you know, in terms of what they put out there. So, you know, yeah. Definitely.
Okay, cool. So let's just talk about Cartagena itself. Like, how has it been? Because I know we've done a show about expats or digital nomads. You know, with this remote work, a lot of Americans have, like, you know, flocked to Colombia, and it hasn't been so receptive because they're thinking that, you know, rent is getting high and food and eggs is getting expensive because you all are here. Like, are you seeing some of that yourself, or how has the reception been since you've been there?
I do see some of that, you know, where people do feel like we're coming in and making opportunities for ourselves and really kind of leaving them out. It's not that we don't hire them. It's just that we hire them at the rate that Colombia says pay them at. I don't do that personally because I feel like if I pay them well, like I have a house person who's here Monday through Friday from 7 to 4, lunch, breakfast, dinner, washing clothes, everything. And I pay her $1.2 million per month. Okay, so that's approximately $300 a month. You know, it's totally worth it. But a lot of people are paying little to nothing or not paying these people at all. And so they feel like when we come in here, you know, we're not giving them the opportunity to be anything other than a worker. You know what I mean? And to me, it's important to elevate people because I have my house person go to the shop with me also. When we're not busy here, you're going to the shop because you can learn that business also. If you choose to do that in the future, that's on you. I've showed you what to do. It's up to you. So the skill I'm giving you is priceless. And a lot of them complain that they just want us to come in and work. They just want us to come in and work. And you guys are driving the rent up. You guys are driving the prices up. And the other thing they complain about, you know, are the tourists that come here for whatever they come here for. They don't like that a lot at all. They do not like that. You know, I know it's been glorified, but they don't like that, you know, because it doesn't really put anything into the economy. I have, you know, children here that are Venezuelan that I feed every week. And anytime they see me in Central, Second mama. She speaks English. And there's like 5 or 6 of them. I just take them rice. I just take them beans. Nothing major. I don't post that because I don't want to post that. Like I'm doing something good. Why do I need to post that I'm taking beans and rice to somebody every week? But,
Right.
you know, to me, like I see now, I've known this little girl now over a year. And I see now she's growing and she's maturing. And I worry about her being in the city. Even though her parents are not worried because they're trying to make sure that they have something to eat. But I worry about her being in the city and the tourists that are coming to the city. So to me, I feel like we as Americans or Canadians or Australians, whoever's coming, we need to make sure that the Colombian people are counted in. Therefore, we don't become victims of crime that's unnecessary because they feel like they're at their wits' end. And here we are, you know, sitting in a lounge every week, smoking a great cigar and having some great burk. I feel that that is very important for us to represent them and bring them in as well. Teach them also. Don't just let them be workers. Teach them also. You know, like some of the models on my page, I've had them for 2 years. When I travel, they travel. I mean, granted, we get on the bus for $11, but we traveling. You know, I take them with me.
Yeah. I saw down that same lines, and something I'm going to start doing as well that I haven't done is that I've gone places and I've hired a driver to be kind of at my disposal, but they always wait outside. And I did stop doing that. I did not do that in Cuba. In Cuba was a little bit different because my driver, I invited him to come with me when I went and looked at art, and look at, and I had him show me old Havana and stuff like that so that he can take me to places that maybe he didn't get to go to. And that's an important piece that I'm going to start incorporating into my other trips, especially my longer ones, when I'm using someone as a service, that I kind of invite them with me. Instead of taking me to a restaurant, what's your favorite restaurant? Let's go. Let's both of us go there. That way. Because what it said was when I saw this video, the driver who drove this person to this thing, to this restaurant, said, I've lived here my whole life and I've never got to experience this part of my country or this part of my city. And that got me to thinking, with all the debates about expats and tourists and locals and all of that's a way that I can ensure I'm incorporating them into me coming there. I'm coming there to be a part of your culture or to witness your culture and be a part of it, and just kind of experience it. And my best way of doing that is to invite you into those spaces that they reserve just for tourists, or they treat tourists differently, so that if you're there, you can still experience it as well. I know it's a small thing, but it seems to be very meaningful when you're talking about they don't like when you come and how tourists are. And I can understand that. I think about my own neighborhood. If I'm in my neighborhood and someone comes in and they're just being a tourist and they're not experiencing it and they're putting me at a disadvantage, I would probably feel some kind of way too. So what would I want? Come knock on my door, not knock on my door, but if you see me and we're talking and you're interested in my neighborhood and you want me to help you, well, invite me to go with you and I can best help you that way.
Absolutely. And I will equate that to Atlanta, how they come into Atlanta, take all the little houses from the grannies and all these people that have had them, give them the 30, 40,000, but really they're not really like immersing themselves in what needs to be immersed in. Where is this granny going to go? How would your granny feel? You know what I mean? So I look at that from a real estate point of view as well, when they go in and they buy up all these houses, these neighborhoods around, Mercedes-Benz, what are we doing here? We have to make sure that we are accountable as leaders, because I feel like we're all leaders on this call. We have to make sure we're accountable as leaders. We're only as good as the people that we lead. We can lead all day, but who are we leading if we're not really including the people that are looking up to us or depending on us? You know what I mean? So that's really important to me, to make sure everybody is accounted. I can only do so much. You can do so much with what you can do. So can you. But at the same time, if we all keep that mentality as leaders and bring people in, like you said, with those experiences and things like that, I think we can definitely make a difference, because clearly we're all going to be moving somewhere. I feel like there's going to be a surge at some point of people moving, out of the U.S. It's not a bad thing. I tell people it's not a bad thing that we're moving out of the U.S. There are enough countries in the world that we all can go and not see each other again. It's okay. But I just feel like as American people, I can only speak for American people because I'm American. We have this thing where we feel like we have the money. This needs to be done. do it. You've been doing it, and you should be glad you have a job. I don't treat people that way.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Yeah, and I think it's an important conversation to have, especially now what's happening in the world, where people are kind of waking up to, how people who are indigenous to the land, no matter where they're from, right, and then people
Yeah.
coming in either as expats, as tourists, and how they are treating people who are native to the land. I think it's an important conversation to have in order for us to continue to be mindful and responsible and evolve how we involve those native land people in our experiences when we're traveling abroad. And
Absolutely.
it's just remembering that we are people and they're entitled to how they feel. Let's be honest, they're entitled to how they feel with what's happening around them, how their world is changing so quickly and they don't have the resources to adapt and change with it, right? So they're entitled to. Up to us to be mindful with how we're approaching, like starting a business. You decided that you're going to invite people in the community to be a part of that process, and not many will do that, right? Most will keep it in-house, bring their girlfriends to help them run, or their friends or other expats in the community. And you're kind of doing both, right? You're kind of bringing in people not only from your own resources, but local resources. And that's the only way really to be successful if you think about it. Because you opening that children's studio, you're saying, I'm providing a service to you, to your community. I'm not just catering my business to people, tourists. I'm catering part of my business for your family, your children, in your community, in prices and ranges that you can afford, because I understand where I live. And I love that.
Exactly. And the thing is that when I see tourists come here from America, again, that's just where I see them come from. I try to tell them, look, just tell them no, gracias, eye contact, and keep walking. All the hand movement and the cursing and stuff, these people are really doing their job. I said, if you think about it, they're out here doing their job. And so sometimes I have to educate people if I see them, because I'm here. So I see people when they get off the plane every day, I see them. And I tell them, look, just say no gracias and keep on going. Pretty much you don't have to get, confrontational with them, anything like that. Just treat them like you want to do.
Boy, I'm telling you. I've squared up a few of them, and I've been to some of the most craziest panhandling places, DR, Jamaica, but that Cartagena, woo, Lord have mercy. Them ladies on the beach.
You want massage? You want massage? No, massage.
I had one lady to sit up in we had some chairs. She pulled a chair up and sat down there with us. I was like, oh my gosh, like you just gonna sit up with us, like and touching my shoulder. You almost, first of all, hold up, you got to stop touching me, auntie, like, because they look like they my auntie. And, like, how you gonna pull a chair up and sit down here with us? Like inside a roped area is roped off. Like they get up under the rope and sit down.
Yes.
Yes, but that's a great segue, because it wouldn't be right if I didn't talk about this topic, which is very, very popular in Colombia news, especially for tourists or expats as well. The crime, and you being there, a lady, American lady, what are you doing to help aid yourself or protect yourself in from being a victim, or just being sought after for various other reasons or whatever? What are you doing to help with that? And are you aware of all of this? Sometimes some people are like, I didn't know that was going on.
Oh, I'm definitely aware. So I basically do half of what I had to do in Atlanta, except no bullets. All right. So basically what I do is I make sure if I'm going places, I always make sure that if somebody's watching me, I let them know I'm watching them too. We've always got to keep that eye contact, because you don't want to be on your phone. These motorcycles will drive right by, take your phone. You won't know where your phone at. Get off your phone. Stop videoing these people natural habitat per se. Stop videoing these people. I mean, I understand you got to get some footage, but they be, hey, don't do that. They already got their eye on you. So if you got your phone in your pocket You're looking at them. They look, because I go to Bazzuto all the time. I go to Bazzuto twice a week. Twice a week. I get my hair done out there. I go to Bazzuto. Just me. I make
Ooh.
sure there's eye contact.
Hold on. Let's just pause for a moment because they don't understand what Bazzuto is. I always tell anytime you outside of the out of Boca Grande, which is the beach area, then you
Which is
have
where I live. Yeah.
We have Central, which what us people know, us brothers know as
Tourists.
the clock
Right.
tower.
Yeah.
When you or Yosemite, which is like adjacent to the clock tower, but once you out of that area, I always say, hey, you need to have a local with you. And so Bazzuto Market is their traditional outside air market. You got fish. I mean, it's raw. It's raw and uncut. Like they may just have a table full of fried fish, a big pot of rice. It may be two kids selling you something here. It's dirt, paths, and it's raw. It's like tent covered tent. It's just it's thousands of people. It's like 100 motorcycles going which way, left, right. It is crazy.
It's crazy. I go out there twice a week. Twice a week.
It's the natural. It's the local area where everybody comes to get whatever goods, fans, clothing. It's in all everything is out there.
Alitas, yes, absolutely. I just make sure I have eye contact, and for whatever reason, like they do watch me, but at the same time, I'll just say "Que pasa?"
Yes.
And once that, like I see the spirit play. Not that story. So they see that. They see that. Everybody there in 2 years. I get up across the street like everybody else. You got to get through the first 4 streets, and then you got to get through the 2 bus streets, and then get across 4 more streets. So, it's about eye contact. Like how I'm dressed now, I'll just go just like that. You know what I mean? I don't dress up. I don't put on no heels. I don't put on no lashes. I don't do any of those things because it makes you stick out. In such a crowd of people, believe it or not, they know exactly who you are. They know who you are. Hola, yes. Gringa. Hola, Morena. Hola. Hola, ¿cómo está? Yes. Always the eye contact to let them know. So you got to be mindful. Do not have your phone out. You know what I mean? If you got a fanny pack, put that thing across you here. Don't have it here in the back. Don't do that. Don't carry any designer bags. I don't wear my ring. I don't wear, like you don't do that stuff going outside those areas because this is not food stamp AFDC poor. This is a different kind of poor. You know what I mean? So that means these people are willing to risk it. They're willing to risk it. Like I saw something today on Instagram where the police went into this neighborhood close by, Central City, and the police was running from the people. So, I'm not messing with them. Right. I'm not messing with them people like that. I go, hola, ¿cómo está? And I get in and get what I need. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't mess with them. I don't try to give them I don't roll my eyes. If I think somebody, I don't do that. If you rolled your eye, that's great. I'm going home alive today. I make my way to the mall, take my taxi, go home. So
when I went out to Bazzuto, it's probably like my second time. At that time, a young lady took me out there. She said, "Where your phone?" I said, "It's right here. We got it." She said, "Where your phone?" I was like, "Here." She grabbed it and put it in her purse and said, "Come on, all right, let's go now." I'm like, "Come on."
They told me the same thing when I went to Cali. That was like the big thing. Like, don't have your phone out on the street, and they will ride by motorcycles and snatch your phone.
You won't know anything where anything is. And I did hear about the gentleman in Marbella, condolences to the family, that recently, got killed over there in Marbella. And there were a few factors that, we should all learn from in terms of having gold chains, because, these people are not playing. This is different. It's a different kind of poor. And, I just feel really bad because, I think he was only here for a couple of days, and Marbella is somewhere I go as well. Which is like, it's Crespo and there's Marbella. So I felt really bad for him. I mean, because it was broad daylight. I felt really bad.
A lot of broad daylight murders.
A lot of broad daylight murders. Yeah, they don't
ask.
No, like I'm in Boca Grande, so they're pretty good out here in Boca Grande. But I don't try to, do anything out of the way. I just try to be, pretty normal every day. I don't wear my Louis. I've sold my Louis. I still got my Louis luggage because I do like my luggage. However, they do target me at the airport. Like if they see me at the airport, like they'll be like, oh, you got to check that. And then when I get my bag back, they've ripped like part of the. I mean, I don't know what their issue is with that, but I guess they're looking like, you got clothes in a $2,000 bag, but I ain't buying for $2,000. You know what I mean? I do want to tell them that, but the thing is that I've learned to. They don't care. I've learned to tone it down though. I really have learned to tone it down because none of that's necessary. If you're at peace, you don't need all those material things. Not that they're bad, but it's just you're looking at other people around here with a bag and say Cartagena, Colombia. I'm one of them now. But to carry my Louis and stuff, you're letting people know here, baby, you got it. You got it.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah, I've learned, that's one of the things that I learned very early, not because anything happened to me, but just by doing my own research. And I actually now have travel clothes that I travel in, so that I, can be, I dress up during the nighttime when I'm going out to dinner. Maybe I might throw on a nice dress or, or wear something similar to what you might have on. But typically during the day, I'm wearing, if it's hot, like it was in Colombia, I'm wearing a crop top and shorts, like Nike shorts or something like that.
That's right.
And sneakers. And I don't bring my Jordans. I don't bring my Air Force Ones. I'm a sneakerhead. I don't bring none of that. I bring my walking sneakers, usually 2 pair, my hiking sneakers, my walking sneakers, and a couple of pairs of slide sandals or something like that. Because Cartagena is one of those places where you wear a wedge, you risking your life wearing a wedge. So I definitely learned to curtail my my travel gear for countries like South America. Now, my like even when I went to Panama, because I left Colombia and went to Panama right after. But even in Panama, my stuff was upgraded a little bit because I knew I wasn't at risk of phone being snatched and stuff like that. But still, you kind of pay attention to where you're going and what the recommendation is as far as your attire, because that's going to be important to avoid being targeted. I took hair store jewelry is what I tell people, the wooden earrings and nothing with fake gold. And, I was anything that could, if it got stolen, I would be heartbroken over. I left everything that meant sentimental value to me at home.
Think about that, what you just said. Yep. You left those things at home and you did just fine. Yeah. So it shows us we can live without certain things in life. We really can.
I sold my Louis too. I take back to you, but I sold my Louis. I became a minimalist and didn't need the fancy cars, and I make the money to have all of that. But it just didn't become necessary. I saw how happy people were with not having all of that, not having that pressure to be at that level all the time. So once you get to that point, it makes it easier for you to move abroad because you no longer have those expectations that other people kind of live by, right?
Exactly.
You do it. You just don't want. You choose not to hustle in that direction. You want to have something different for yourself.
Exactly.
And so I commend you for what you've done, how you changed, your lifestyle basically, and doing it for yourself, understanding the consequences, right? Accepting the consequences of what that meant. So that being said, how is your relationship with your family now after 2 years?
It's better. It's definitely better. It's still strained, but it's definitely better. It's just now they understand that mom needed to be happy also.
Good.
But, during that process, when people say things, we don't forget those things as humans, and so that's the strain part where I'm like, you did all this because I wanted to be happy with your 20-something-year-old self or whatever, like, come on, like I've always been there for you guys. And I asked you guys to support me on this one thing, So it's still strained, but it's better though. It's definitely better, but just, I'm not recommending that to everybody, but it's just what I had to do. It's what I had to do. Cause I felt like as a person, I was drowning and I was walking around, I had everything, but I was a part of the living dead. I was walking around, I had the body, just kind of walking, just going through life. There was no me. You wake up every day, you do it. So I was a part of the living dead. That's how I felt, So, here I'm alive.
Quick question. Visas. Are you seeking investment visa or
Nomad.
nomad? Okay,
Yeah. But I'm
nice.
working towards the investment. I'm working towards the investment. You got to go through their little process and all that. But yeah, definitely that. Definitely.
Okay, interesting, interesting. I didn't even think about that because you got a business online and it just happened to
Yeah.
be in Colombia. But
Right.
yeah, cool. All right, we have about 5 minutes left. Want to put you on the hot seat and ask you a few questions. Yes, favorite food in Colombia. What's your favorite?
Langosta. Langosta.
Langosta. Okay, that's lobster. People, if you didn't
Oh, okay.
understand, I love their lobster. Definitely.
Yes.
A restaurant, like, do you have a favorite restaurant in there's tons of them in the clock tower area, really nice ones.
Danya Loya. Danya Loya.
Danya.
Danya
Okay.
Loya. Right there at that cusp of Seven Times and the Havana, and right there at Simony. Danya Loya, rooftop, pool, everything. You can eat up there. They got sofas, they got lounges. They've got an inside restaurant as well with a terrace. It is beautiful. Danya Loya. Dona Loya. Loya. Danya Loya.
Oh, okay.
Danya.
Yeah. Love it. Beautiful.
Okay, I'm trying to see if I can find that because I love nice little rooftop.
Oh yeah. La Magnolia is a good one too, but Dona Lola. 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 Danya Lola.
Oh, Lola. Okay. Lo.
It's a really nice restaurant. Really nice. The lobster's really good. The drinks are really good.
Ooh. Okay. Let me show the people.
You'll find a review. You'll find a review on Adrian's YouTube, I'm sure, if he goes back.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yes, because I've been to a few. I thought she was gonna say one that I've been to before. Let's see here. Donna Lola. Oh, that is pretty.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Very nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
Okay, I have a question. If I'm coming to Colombia, I'm coming to Cartagena, and I want to do the dress experience, but I tell you, I don't even know where I want to have it at. Like, I know I just want a city background, lots of color. Where would you take me?
City background, lots of color. I would take you in an area called San Diego, which is close to Cafe Del Mar, because you've got Boca Grande in the background, you've got the high rises in the background, and you've got the beach directly across the street, and you've got the Colombian flag right there at Cafe Del Mar.
Oh, I love it. Love it.
Yes,
Absolutely.
I think we actually have that here.
Yes.
Share screen.
Okay.
I thought that was a great shot too.
Yes.
You mean you actually described the shot you have? That's awesome.
I think it's this right here you're talking about, right?
Yeah, that's it right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think
I
we got
love
another better one somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's your favorite spot to kind of unwind and just kind of reflect and be grateful for your journey so far in Cartagena?
Cielo 7, right here in Boca Grande. They've got a rooftop, like it's like 5 floors high. I mean, Cielo 7 is really, really, really nice. Where you can kind of see the city, you can see the bay, you can see everything. It's right next to the Navy base. Like when you're going around that corner in Boca Grande, Cielo 7. You'll bypass it. It's next to Atrium Burgers. It's next to Atrium Burgers.
Now, have you been to the one in Boca Grande? Got the 51st floor. It's on the top of a hotel.
I'm not paying 60 pesos just to get into the Sky Bar.
The Sky Bar, yes.
60 pesos just to enter. I'm not doing that. That's a lot of money. But it's popular. No.
Yeah, I was supposed to go to Sky Bar, but I think it was closed on Monday when I was trying to go there. But I haven't.
It sounds like you recommended some better options anyway, right?
Yes, I do. I find better options, and really that's what it's about. You got to continue that. Don't get here and just stop and be complacent. Still tell people 60 pesos. And by the way, just I'll throw this in there. I get kicked out of somebody's tax at least once a week. Just want to throw that out there. At least once a week.
You get kicked out of some people's taxi.
At least once a week.
But you do in-driver, don't you? I know you do in-driver.
I do in-driver when I can, but sometimes late night, Cartagena, you can't, in-driver's not coming. Those taxis are there. And so we'll agree on a price when I get in. And then once I get to my, my place where I live at, they're like, oh, 40. No, we're not doing that. I'm gonna give you what I told you. Get out, lady. Okay, that's fine. Whatever the case may be, I will get out. But they try that, and so I'm not gonna let them punk me. I said, and they'll wait. So basically, you're not gonna pay the 40. I'm not paying you 40 pesos from Central City to Boca Grande. Are you crazy? So
right. That should be at least 20 at night.
No.
About 20 mil?
No.
At night,
12?
12?
12 or 15, that's it.
She getting local prices.
Well, I'm talking about 2-3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Price
12 or 15, that's it. 15. You're talking about an 11-minute ride.
Right. That's what I was saying. At night.
This is Adrian seeing that he getting gringo prices. So
you're getting gringo prices because even at night, I think it's like an 8-minute ride because there's no traffic.
Right, but I don't know. I
get it, but you just have to keep walking. How much? ¿Cuánto es?
Yeah. That too. Yeah, definitely that way.
Just keep walking. But when they see me, they be like, "Oh, gringa." I said, "Mi casa aquí 2 años." Yo lo sé. Okay. 15.
Yeah,
okay. 15. Yeah.
Have you done the islands? Have you done like Chalon and because I didn't see any pictures in there, but
absolutely, I do the islands every month. I belong to an expat group called the Expats in Cartagena, and I do the islands every month.
Okay, great topic there. How is the expats in Cartagena?
It's very diverse. Very diverse. Lots of good activities. Like tomorrow, they're going paddle boarding. So they did say, "Hey, Christina, you coming paddle boarding?" And I just replied, "Y'all know I can't swim. Like, what am I doing on a paddle board?" So I'm gonna skip out on that one. But on Sunday, I think we're gonna do dinner and lights in the city where they're gonna be doing the lights for Christmas. They're kind of big on Christmas here, so we're gonna be doing that. So I don't mind doing that. We do a Halloween party. I will go, but it's very diverse. There's lots of things. They go to the Amazon for 13 days. They do. I can't do that. But it is very diverse for what people want to do. You know what I mean? So I enjoy that. I definitely enjoy that. I know there are other expat groups, but that one seems to be the one that gives me the most traction because you don't want to just be in the hey girl groups. You know what I mean? You need some traction from people from all over that's going to push you out there and pump you out there. You know what I mean? And so that's one of the reasons I pushed out to Santa Marta. I was being locked out of some of the groups here. So I pushed out to Santa Marta and boom, Santa Marta is booming. I mean, it's really booming. Oh.
Santa Marta is terrible. Y'all don't need to go there, man. Y'all don't need to go there.
I know.
No, I'll go to Santa Marta. I'm definitely not going to Santa Marta when I go to Cartagena. I'm definitely not. I'm
not gonna get on the bus anymore either. Go to Santa Marta. That's it.
Santa Marta is my spot. That's my hidden gem of Colombia right there.
It ain't so hidden no more.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And it's normal. You could drive there if you wanted to. If you wanted to, you could actually get in the car and drive. That's how you can always tell. You could. You could.
I mean, it's nice to. I mean, I just love the mountain and the beach type aspect.
Yeah. Absolutely. My girlfriend Rotisha has the mountains right here, and I'm like, always when I'm on the balcony. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. But yes, I'm not gonna hold you anymore. I just said an hour. It's always an hour. I know you got dates to set with your business there. Definitely have to. We'll put your information in the chat here.
Okay.
The real estate, the Curacao, the Cartagena, flying dress. But if you go to her Instagram, it has her link tree and has all the links to all her ventures there. She has a lot going on. Any parting words for you, Miss Christina?
I would just tell people to go after it, do it. Don't worry about the naysayers. Keep that thing pumping and be happy, man. Just be happy. That's it.
Definitely. I'm at to get out there and collab with you and do some videos and all that stuff
I
with you.
love that. I love that.
Do you have something for guys? Do you have like a suit for guys or stuff? Like, was it just all girls?
We working on a flying. We're working on a flying suit for y'all. Give me a minute. We're working on a flying suit for y'all.
Gonna have a cape on it.
I was gonna say a cake will be kind of smooth.
Exactly.
Yes. That's I haven't seen that before. That would definitely put you out amongst the pack there.
I promise you, I'm working on it. I'm just like, you know what? I need to do something for the guys as well because we never really see anything for the guys. We just don't.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I saw you had the dress with the guy had on. He had his regular clothes on. So it would have
or a robe, like a robe or something, or you know what I mean? Like, you know how the Africans wear the robe, the Afghan like thing.
That's right.
So I
can get that stuff made cheap out here. Yes, that's a good idea. Let me go back to the drawing board. Maybe you have a cape robe.
That sounds dope.
Okay. But definitely look her up. The only way to book is through your site. Do you have like do you do Airbnb excursions? Do you do TripAdvisor?
We're on Viator, we're on TripAdvisor, we're on Expedia. Airbnb experience had stopped taking people for a while, so you have to just kind of check back periodically with them. But Viator is it's pretty big for me. Expedia is big for me. Those apps are really big, and of course word of mouth, my TikTok. I'm all over the place. I do what we call back in the day with real estate is guerrilla marketing, where you just put yourself out there. You're out there, you do blogs, you drop them so people will see. You do backlinks into your competitors' websites. There are things that you just do to stay in business. And I'm good at it.
Okay. What do you have, Miss Sports and Heels?
I just want to piggyback off of what Miss Christina said, and that's you guys only know what you want and what's best for your life. And we talk about it here all the time. It's only one thing holding you back from living the life the way you want to live it and on your terms, and that's you. You just got to find your niche. Miss Christina started her business in Colombia. Do a little bit of research. Colombia may not be for you. It might be another country. Maybe it's not flying dress, but the point is find what your thing is. Find what you're talented at. Find what you're able to do. Find your niche and go out there and build a life that you want for yourself. It is very much possible. Open your mind and your ass will follow.
I like that. That's good.
Actually, it's free your mind and your ass will follow. And that's George Clinton, not in Vogue.
Okay. All right. I love it. I love
that quote there. All right. Well, we are out. We'll see y'all soon. Thank you for coming through and staying to the end. But other than that, we're out of here. We're gone.
Appreciate you.
Good one. All right, bye. See you guys in Cartagena. Bye. Ciao.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.